All praises to the Almighty One. Hallelujah. And to all of my fellow servants in the kingdom of the Most High. Shalom. I send you infinite love and light, and I receive yours. Things are beginning to come more clearly now. The Most High has given me this gift and showed me all kind of magic over on the continent of Africa. Some in Asia too, but mostly in Africa. Now, some of you have seen these things, but you need to watch this video again. You need to watch it through. Let your patience ride, because it's more clear now what I have found in this holy city, which I consider and believe is Zion, because of all of the magic that's appearing on these lands in the surrounding areas. So I pray that the Ruach HaKodesh, the ascended masters, the angels, my ancestors, guide me in wisdom to tell them what's happening and why you show me these things. May it be so. Now, all of you all that have seen these things, when I say Megalith, you know exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, may he wake you up. Yeah, may your third eye see what's going on. So I'm going to show you guys some gods. Yeah, some of those megaliths were actually gods. I just didn't know it. I was just trying to describe what I was seeing. But I have the understanding now that there are other gods. Yeah. Many of them were mentioned in mythology. But they are real, okay? And so in some of these portals, there are gods. Yeah, okay? And along with our very black Messiah. Yeah, that's coming for judgment. And judgment is just right there on this, the hugest megalith on earth, okay? But nobody talks about it. Nobody says anything. Why? Why don't they talk about the angel of Africa? Why? Because they're black. So y'all white folks out there that say it doesn't really matter, you know, when we talk about white Jesus and white God, yeah, it's actually, I'm just going to be very honest right now. Today's video, we're going to take a look at some entities that disappeared from their portals. Yeah, this is Poseidon, the god of the waters, a god, not the creator, but he is a god, and he was in a portal on the continent of Africa. He's a titan. His face is 300 feet. He has a humanoid face and an aquatic body. Okay, before we go on, we're going to take a closer look at Poseidon and the other gods around there. But first, we need to look at the continent of Africa with our third eye. So if you look at the continent with your third eye and look very closely, you'll see all the features. His wings, down to his feet, his garments, his white locks, his very black face, even down to his eyelashes and a tear coming from his eyes. This is the Archangel Uriel, the guardian of Eden. And he hides Eden. He's protected Eden and reserved Eden. And many anomalies have recently, at least in my journey of 2 years, have been manifesting upon Earth. Okay, before we go back to Poseidon, this is another portal. So I just wanted to let you know, Judah, yeah, this is a crown lion. Yeah, Judah has manifested on this earth as well. Ordinance on the bottom of your screen proves that that lion, that crowned winged lion, is in a portal. Okay, I just wanted to drop that. Okay, let's go to Poseidon now. Image that you're looking at right now is the portal that Poseidon was in until sometime in May. I believe it was May because I often went to this area because the anomalies indicated that this was a very, very holy and spiritual place. It's in the middle of nowhere. He has a facility around him, and it was very clear that he was inside of it. And now he is no longer in the portal. The appearance of the grounds were like a whitish blue. Now they look sandy, and he's gone. Poseidon was one of the 12 Olympians in ancient Greek religion and myth, god of the sea, storm, earthquakes, and horses in pre-Olympian Bronze Age Greece. He was venerated as a chief deity at Pylos in Thebes. He also had the cult title Earth Shaker. His abode, the sea. Symbol is a trident, fish, dolphin, horse, bull. Children, now I want you to pay attention to this because I found one of them is right next to him. Is what is it? Theseus, Triton, Polyphemus, Orion, Belus, Agenor, Neleus, and Pegasus. Okay? And Pegasus was right next to him, and he's also left his portal. In previous videos, when these entities were still in their portals, I did videos where it shows that it's like a mound, you know, like the whole thing is like a mound, and so the water wasn't taking the path of least resistance. And that's why I called them a portal early on. Pegasus is like over 1,300 feet. At first I thought I had found a beautiful white seahorse, but this is Pegasus because he has wings. He has wings on his back. Okay, and then he has like a scepter that he's carrying under his chin, and it goes out to his side. And he too has left his portal the same time as Poseidon did. So on May 25th, when I went back to this most holy area on Google Earth Africa, I noticed that the grounds were changed and I had a hard time finding a portal. Then I discovered that these entities, Poseidon and Pegasus, had both left. I know that this is the date of discovery. Okay, so here is the video that I did on the day that I realized that Poseidon had left his portal. Okay, so this footage was from a video that I had done before. Thank the Most High, because I have evidence that he was once in that portal, and the grounds looked a lot different than it does today. This is what it looks like now. Yeah, so I have evidence that this god, Poseidon, left his portal. The facilities are heavily cloaked now, and he is gone, and so is Pegasus. I believe that this is the most holiest place on earth because the next place that we will visit, there is a megalith there that's 9 city blocks long and about 6 city blocks wide. Also, there's the left hand of judgment megalith that's about a block and a half. Yeah, a stretched forth hand. Okay, back to Google Earth. And I'm going to take you to that most holy site where these phenomena are appearing. Okay, so we're going to go to the largest megalith on Earth of our black Messiah made of one stone. He's 9 city blocks. Okay, every other megalith carved from stone, there's tourism around it. Everyone in the world knows about it. And here we have the largest megalith ever recorded, ever seen on Earth. But nobody has mentioned it. And I know that I'm not the only one that has discovered it. Okay, now there's no tourism around it, never mentioned. And it's not far from farmland. Okay, I'm going to take a measurement going from the megalith of the Messiah to the nearest farmland. It's just over 5.5 miles, okay? And then from the Nile is only around 8.5 miles. So this is not far inland. But nobody knows about it. There's nothing around it. It's because the Messiah is black. And before May 25th, the appearance of the ground had fire all around it, a lot of fire energy. With that fire natal and that blast, the fire have left the ground, and now it just looks plain as the fires are gone, and now look what's happening on the earth. And this is a megalith, again, one stone of the outstretched hand. The left hand of judgment is what I call it. And the fires were also surrounding this left hand of judgment, and the fires are gone now, along with Poseidon and Pegasus. These are catastrophic. Let's look at this one to see what they say. Floods, fire, heat and fire, how climate change is unfolding in real time. First of all, look at that 777. I didn't even see that. And then you got 140. That's 2 more sevens. Wow. And then 9 plus 5 is 14. And that's 2 more sevens. So we're supposed to look at this, okay? Ooh, wee. Anyway, before I go into it, yes, the climate is changing, but it's not due to global warming. It's not due to anything but the left hand of judgment of the Most High. So let's see what they're saying here.
It has been a most unusual week. Wildfires threatening Yosemite. Wildfires threatening Yosemite, scorching heat baking the Pacific Northwest, biblical rains and floods in the nation's midsection. All the hallmarks of climate change.
This is exactly the fingerprint, the signature that we would expect with global warming due to the increase in greenhouse gases from human activities.
But even climate scientists are surprised by the intensity.
Breaking these temperature records, for example, by so far several degrees, goes beyond what we expected at this point.
The Earth has warmed almost 2 degrees since 1880, with most of the warming happening since 1975. Warmer air can hold more moisture and so produce more rain. Does climate change create an environment that makes rainfall more intense?
Climate change creates an environment that supercharges rainstorms. And that means when conditions are right, we can get these catastrophic rain events, several inches per hour.
This week, Kentucky endured deadly 1-in-1,000-year rain and flood events.
I'm going to lose everything I have, for sure. But it's better than losing my life.
Precipitation events are now more frequent and intense across the country, with the biggest increases in the Northeast and Midwest. On Tuesday, St. Louis got more than twice as much rain in a single day as it does in an average month of July. Historic statistics in a mind-boggling week, showing us the future is now. Ann Thompson, NBC.
Okay, so before showing these news clips, which we have many, many more, because this weather anomaly with the waters is happening all over the earth. And so I showed you all of this magic of these entities, Pegasus and Poseidon, leaving their portals, okay? And we could see that it's just nothing to go back to. People are there, everything that they owned is being destroyed. So I need to talk about this because the first commandment, the Most High says, do not have any other gods before me. Okay, so I said that these are gods, okay? They are gods, but they are not the creator of all things, but they do serve him. They serve his purpose. There's also angels in inner earth with the Atlanteans that has also been participating in what's going on in the destruction of this matrix. Okay, we're going to do a copyright disclaimer. We're going to go to Mr. Mythos, his video on Agartha. When I start finding all of these phenomenal things, I ran across this video and a lot of hidden knowledge, stuff that it was hidden away. It was stuff we never heard of before about inner earth. I learned through this video and made connections to all of the things that I'm seeing over there in Eden. So let's go to that video. We're going to do some clips from that video.
Population of millions is ruled by a sovereign pontiff known as the Brahmatma and his two colleagues, the Mahatma and the Mahanga, upholding the highest of values in their authority. As protectors of knowledge, the entire collected wisdom of the ages is enshrined in its massive stone libraries, engraved in pillars in Vitanian script. He goes on to reveal that the Agarthian civilization was once above ground, but driven under and concealed from the rest of the world at the onset of the Kali Yuga, the present Dark Age cycle of Hindu chronology, around the year 3200 BC. Agartha is prophesized to reveal itself to the surface once again, but only once the world above attains spiritual balance in our governance.
I believe that this balance of spiritual governance has arrived upon this earth.
Long has this hidden civilization enjoyed advancement of technology at a greater pace than our own, including gaslighting, railways.
Okay, so on this journey, I found the Atlantean advanced technology, and there are railways. I have found many, many railways with vehicles on it, and these trails are lit up.
And air travel.
Now, this area right here, I love this area because it's, you can really see in this area what's going on. And there are motherships in this area. There are spacecrafts in this area. There's other land vehicles in this area. You want to go look around this very magical area? Yeah, just click on that link in the description box to Google Earth and it'll take you right here. Right now I'm looking at a king. He has on one of those imperial crowns and a white coat sitting in front of a control panel. And there are others around him in this spacecraft. And it has plasma light at the bottom. Yeah, what do you see when you see UFOs? You see lights. Now he is a giant. I'm just going to measure his head from his forehead to his chin. You see that? 13 feet. His head is 13 feet.
And when describing one of their most prominent technologies, Sontyev accurately predicts fiber optics over 1 century before their invention. He describes, quote, electrical pathways, not made of steel, but of flexible glass.
There are many, many, many uncoverings of technology over there in the land of Africa on the body of the angel. And there's entities underneath there. Is layer upon layer of fiber optics and vehicles on them too, electrical pathways. He mentioned flexible glass, and you can see where it's turning corners and twisting and turning. All of these things just recently appeared on Google Earth. It's no way that man could pull this off. They don't have the resources for what I have found. If you guys look some of these areas up on Google Earth, Africa, you will see that this is humanly impossible.
Though Agarthian society flourishes largely in complete isolation. They keep careful record of the discoveries of modern man, even from the remotest regions, by means of a vast network of tunnels that span across Earth. At this same time, hundreds of copies of Saint-Yves' Mission of India had been printed and were ready to be distributed across France when he suddenly withdrew the book and ordered every copy to be burned. The only remaining was a manuscript in his personal possession, and this probably would have been lost to oblivion, but Saint-Yves, who had no children of his own, left his belongings to his stepchildren, who then passed it on to the famous French occultist, Dr. Jean Oncols, better known as Papu. When Papu published Mission of India in 1910, he omitted several parts of the manuscript, which remain lost to this day. There have been various theories put forward as to why Saint-Yves ordered the destruction of his precious work. Some sources state that he acted under the orders of the great Agarthian school, as the wisdom revealed would not be understood, and publishing it would be like casting pearls before swine.
So now you see how it all matches up. The pieces of the puzzle are coming together. There were many hidden truths that went down into inner earth that's now being revealed. Now that the spiritual governances are balanced. Judgment Day is here. Everyone will reap karma, the good and the bad. Nobody mentions these anomalies, because before the pieces of the puzzle didn't come together, and like on Mr. Mythos Agartha video, it would have been as casting pearl to swine before the right time. And so now you can see all of the different miracles. I have hundreds of videos showing wonderlands and mysteries and creatures and such. So when we see all of these natural disasters happening, we'll know why. The outstretched hand of the Most High ordered judgment to be activated. The Sahara sands are the Most High's hourglass. The sands have been blowing off since Eden was covered. And now the sands are at the very bottom where these things are appearing. Okay, so I showed examples of the water judgment and how Pegasus and Poseidon is active in this judgment on the face of the earth. Also, the fires have left. The Messiah Megalith and the outstretched left hand of judgment, Megalith. The fires are gone, and now there's volcanoes going off everywhere, and there's fires everywhere. The sun is scorching and killing people. The heat is stifling. We are definitely in judgment. So repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. The Most High is giving us all another chance to see His marvelous works and know that they are true and amen. The Hebrew Rose of Jericho out.